Good afternoon, Edmonton Direct, rock, paper, scissors. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And of course, good to see you again, Scott. Thanks for joining me. Of course, my name is Brad. I am one of the co-founders of the Alberta Esports Association. And Scott, tell me a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself. All right. So born and raised in Southern Alberta. Well, how far back should I go? But I came out of the womb in no. I've been working on games kind of as a hobbyist indie developer for about 20 years now. I've been in software professionally for about 15, 16 years, I think now. And games have always been a part of my life. Like according to some of the other panels, right? I was kind of that 80s kid. Did kind of start around the NES world, right? So games have been a big part of my life. And yeah, I just kind of love making them. So I've been doing tons of game jams, tons of just building games with the community, building games with the local community, and just kind of building my skills out that way. I've done thousands of prototypes, I want to say. Like you look at my project directories. So yeah, definitely. And yeah, it kind of I'm a big fan of multiplayer games. So co-op games are just that's my jam. And so last couple of years, I've been really concentrating on learning multiplayer and networking and just trying to get that skill set under my belt. So that's kind of what led into building RPS here. So
Yeah, it flows perfectly. I mean, RPS is certainly a test of multiplayer systems. And speaking of test, it's probably a good time that we actually open up the game to people to join. I see many people spamming the RPS command in the chat. You already know what's happening. So let's go ahead and get that unlocked for everybody. Well, we do a little bit of an introduction to, rock, paper, scissors and really what it is, because I know there's lots of familiar faces, but there's always going to be new people, and that's phenomenal. I love to see you around, and thanks for coming to Edmonton Direct. But of course, we've got a lot of things going on here. I mean, rock paper scissors is a massive thing for us, and for anyone who doesn't know, exclamation point RPS in the chat will get you a link, and if you click that link, you can join in through your browser to play. You'll select a username and you'll join into the game. Then you'll be waiting for a little bit until we actually get started, so just hold on for half a minute once you've done so, and we will get you going. I can see tons of hands floating in here. We're already up to 80 people. Awesome. Make sure you tell your friends. We'll be here for a minute so you can get them all involved. Get your friends, your family, your mom, your dad. Doesn't matter. Everyone can play. Yeah, rock, paper, scissors. It's something something we developed for salt flats. I mean, obviously we didn't invent the game. It's been around since the 17th century. But something that I really appreciate yourself, Scott, and of course the artist behind the assets, Jace, who was on one of the earlier panels this event, who also did an amazing job in bringing life to this game and really making it feel awesome. And so what is actually going to happen? What happens when people join in and play this game here, Scott? Tell me a little bit about it.
yeah, so like you said, one of the things that we kind of wanted to recreate, right, is that you've been doing those massive in-person RPS tournaments, right, where you kind of had everyone line up in a line and you would just kind of pair off and everyone would do their single elimination matches and kind of get out of there. So we kind of just wanted to recreate that with this online version where it was really simple, pretty low barrier to entry to kind of get in here. So the website that you guys are kind of looking at now, that was kind of the easiest, is that everyone kind of has a browser. Every device pretty much has a browser, so trying to get that to work. So once you join in, you pick your name, you join in, and then you're kind of in the tournament and you're waiting here. So the game screen that you see here is all the pairings, and like those aren't the actual final pairings that you're going to be going up against. We will shuffle all these names and that, so don't get too used to who you're up against right now. But yeah, the tournament then runs in kind of a single elimination, typically a best of three, until we get a little bit later in the rounds, and yeah, you try to be the last hand standing.
Yeah, which brings me to an awesome point, which is make sure when you're choosing a username that you are choosing a username that we can identify you by, or if you aren't, be prepared to screenshot that win screen that only one lucky player will actually achieve today, because that's going to be how we identify the winner. And we'd love to see those screenshots sent out. We'd love to see you tweeting at us and tweeting at Esports Alberta, whether you want to use hashtag RPS Royale or whatever you want to do. We'd love to see people's results and what they get, and really hear from you all. It's a great opportunity to connect and really celebrate what is gaming together, which is something it's really hard to do a virtual rock, paper, scissors, which is why we had to kind of create our own. But of course, what a great opportunity to talk about what we're playing for. I mean, obviously bragging rights. The most skilled rock paper scissors player is going to be the one who takes it all home. But let's talk a little bit about what else they get. I mean, the bragging rights is the most important thing. Let's obviously, clearly, but you also get to take home some cool prizes. We have 3 prizes to choose from for the top 2 today. We have courtesy of TELUS, actually the CTO of TELUS, Ibrahim Gideon, brought in on behalf of the TELUS engineering community, brought in a brand new iPhone 12, 64 gigabyte black, valued at approximately $1,129. Also brought in a Google Pixel 5S, 128 gigabyte in black, valued at a little bit over $800. And Seagate Gaming brought in a FireCuda Gaming solid state drive external 2 terabyte. Valued at $669 MSRP as well.
Wow.
So we have some incredible stuff. Huge thanks to TELUS, huge thanks to Seagate for bringing on some amazing things and sponsoring all sections of the event. I mean, there's been prizes throughout the day, prizes through on the Discord, prizes all over, just awesome things. And it's great for people to really enjoy and take part in these things and be rewarded a little bit, not just playing and having a great time for free, but really getting something back out of it too. So that's phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely. Super excited just to like have those prizes. It adds a next level of stress to this tournament, right? Just to see what you have a chance to win here.
It sure does. It sure does. And I just want to point out to anybody who's finding themselves struggling with either connection or that little icon here that shows you're disconnected, make sure you refresh your browser. If you're sitting on that waiting for match screen, that is the accurate screen you should be on. Don't worry about that. But if you see yourself that way, just refresh, make sure you're in. You should be able to get in no problem. Perfect.
Wow.
We're still growing here. 247. We're crushing yesterday's numbers. 218 was the last one. I can't even remember. What is our record for this one? I don't even know.
So I think we're sitting at 276. I think is our record. So.
All right, let's see. We got 252. Maybe we can crash it. Usually we keep the registration open till about 2:15 to give everybody a chance to make sure they don't miss it, don't miss out. That little bit of late registration, check in a little bit after. The tournament starts at 11. Roll in at 11:15. Hey, has my pool started? Any chance I can just sneak right in? Thankfully, rock paper scissors is a little more lenient. We don't do that anymore with the regular events, but. We're trying to be a little bit reasonable, make sure everyone gets their chance to win those prizes.
Yeah. So excited just to see kind of the outpour of support here of just everyone competing, and I woke up today, looked outside, beautiful day to have an online tournament. So.
Oh yeah, well, nice. Yeah, exactly. And I love the. I love the names. I love seeing a lot of the familiar faces, people who we know and people who we don't. A lot of people liking to put their heart on their sleeve and put paper name right up front. Really not hiding what they do here. And some names like Gannon Uptilt. Maybe they've got a style of play that translates to rock paper scissors. But of course, we have favorites like Keo Kitten, Paper, Naotis. Tons of winners already in this one, so it's a killer bracket. I'm looking to see how our winners from yesterday do. Crisis Pizza, I really have high hopes for the two-peat. I'd love to see it, but we're gonna have to see how this day goes. We're at 267. We're climbing.
267. Wow. So there's an RPS Master there. So
well, clearly RPS Master. We have high hopes. You would expect RPS Master to get quite far. Now. Remember, exclamation RPS in the chat. Click that link, join in on your browser. If you don't have the browser handy, you can join in on your phone. That's totally fine too. Make sure you get in here. Don't miss your opportunity. We do have about 5 more minutes before I actually hit start on the bracket here. We're 271. Let's push it to 300. Come on. Tell your friends. Make sure they're in there. Get a couple people you know. Have you posted it in your Discord? Maybe you tell your friend and they end up winning. Maybe they'll give you a small cut, like, oh, hey, you won the iPhone. Like, maybe take me to a nice dinner when everything calms down. I would think that's a fair trade, right? It just increases your chances. It's all it is. An easy opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it's great to see, and because we have kind of a theme of the game development in Alberta this weekend, and that it's, if you ever have any questions about kind of how this was built and what's going on here, like you can definitely hit me up on the Discord. I'm in the community Discord site, so you can find me under a name Broken Echo, which is BROKN ECHO. So just forget the first E. Yeah, hit me up if you have any questions.
honestly, it's a great opportunity to go find Broken Echo on Twitter, and and at them saying thanks. RPS is amazing. Blow up their DMs, whatever you got to do.
Nice.
But yeah, we're still climbing here. 289 with about 5 minutes left, or you're almost at that 215 mark. Make sure you're getting in here. Do not miss your opportunity. We see some favorites from some other events. Some high-level players in Smash Bros, some high-level players in Rocket League, some high-level players in Tekken. I see some familiar names. I'd love for the competition between those games and a little bit of rivalry to see who can out average the others. The FPS community might be outplacing the Smash community. I would love to kind of have that little bit of a rivalry going on here. Find your friends, maybe crush them with a rock or a paper. What's your strategy? Now we got about a couple of minutes here.
We're gonna break 300.
It looks like it. I mean,
we're creeping up.
We're creeping there. Artie Macker, of course, our good friend Richard. I love to see our partners getting involved as well.
There we go, 301. We cracked the 300. This is history in the making.
Awesome, and keep it up, everybody. There's still a little bit of time to join in here. You can still get in here if you haven't. Now, I'm very, very curious. Now, Mike is my egg is saying, how do you crush someone with paper? Well, certainly it's a lot more painful of an experience than it is with rock, but it does work out. All right, we're still going here. 307. We're doing incredible.
A few rolling in late. Like, again, how does that happen? What causes that?
Oh, I mean, that's human nature as a standard. I think anytime you tell somebody that the last possible second they can join is they're going to join in the last possible second. They don't like being early is not a thing that the fan favorite with the crowd. I do recommend it if you're going for a job interview, if you're going for anything serious, and the less serious you take things, the less likely you have a chance to win. So notice that all these names rolling in later on, I would have higher hopes for the ones that are there earlier. It's just a weird feeling. It just sets you up for your day. You get up, you have a good breakfast, you get ready, you get dressed, you have your water bottle prepped with you. That kind of thing really helps prepare yourself for doing well in life. And showing up at the last possible second is not a strategy that you want to employ, because it may cause you to struggle. It may cause you miss a bracket once or twice. You think, oh man, these TOs DQ'd me. How lame is that? But at the end of the day, it's your own choice that made that happen, right?
Yeah, getting in early too. You get a little bit of time to calm down just before this starts up, right? And I know how intense it gets. I've played a few of these now, and in my training years of RPS, it's I went through a bunch of highs and lows, right? So it's I kind of know that challenger mentality here.
Oh, absolutely. And we're hitting that 325 mark with just 1 minute left here in the registration. Remember, our exclamation point RPS. Do not miss your opportunity to join in there and get in there. Now, now this is a strategy. Rock, paper, paper is very different from paper, paper, paper. Now that's a different strategy there. I'd love to see what they're going to be running here. They've got some dynamics going on.
Wow. Yeah, that's another level.
And you're counting down again, the last minute here, exclamation point RPS in the chat will get you a link. You can join through your browser or your phone if your browser's not working for you, and get yourself in here to see if you can win your chance. And just one last reminder of the prizes: we have an iPhone 12, a Google Pixel 5S, and a FireCuda Gaming solid-state drive, external 2 terabyte drive, provided by TELUS and Seagate, respectively. Make sure you get an opportunity, and it's absolutely free. You win, you get it. You get it. That's it. You don't have to pay nothing. We're going to handle getting it to you. It's a great opportunity to get yourself an upgrade on your devices without with only a grueling rock paper scissors bracket. I shouldn't say it's easy, but it's certainly something that you can all contribute to.
No, this is, and it's like, I never want to devalue like any round loss, right? Like, even in the first round, it's a little bit tough to get past that. But if you get into that second round, like, you're already, like, that's an accomplishment and a half. So.
Very good point. I mean, with rock, paper, scissors unique, half the entrants get eliminated on the first round, which means that by winning one set, you are already top half. And with 340 entrants, that puts you in, the top 160. 70. Let me think here. Puts you in the top 170 of a 340 person bracket. You know,
Yeah.
you can say a couple wins nets you in the top 10% in the world of rock paper scissors. You know, incredible stuff. Now it is 2:15, so I am about to close the bracket. If you have not got that exclamation point RPS in, you are watching as I slowly drag my hand towards the start button, so you don't miss your opportunity.
It's still people pouring in.
They're just flying in there. Again, the last second, they love to take
Yeah.
that moment here.
Here we go,
But
though. As
we are
soon as
closing it off at 348 people made it into this bracket. 174
348.
matches will be played in this round one here.
So everyone just make sure get to that waiting for match to start screen right now. Be prepared. The game should start.
Yep. And if you have any troubles, remember refreshing is your best bet here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, without further ado, it is 2:15, so let's start the round. Good luck, everyone. Rock, paper, and scissors.
Good luck. Round one. Here we go. So excited.
So what's really cool about what's going on with this is you've made it so that we can actually watch the matches. So everyone on stream can see what each person is choosing, how they're playing. You can see the wins, like Weenie Hut God just beat B Rant 2-1. Ali Dog took out Litsa 2-0. Deflate over Hogo Pogo took a round with Paper over Rock. These kinds of things you wouldn't normally be able to witness. You wouldn't normally be able to take in because there's so much going on around you. But you can still get that feel for what it's like to play a live bracket with your friends and see, hey, how'd you do? Oh, look, I can see it. Nemo beats CU. Poor CU's out round one, you know?
And we are seeing each throw come in like as they come in. So we see the ties, we see the wins, we see the losses.
Yeah, and then it's, again, and a lot of them there is. With 174 matches, we can see that 50 of these 174 matches are already completed. There's people already out of this event. See you later. It's single elimination. You get one chance, you know? It's amazing. And we see Twisted Balls take out Jordan H, which is, you know, our Guilty Gear champion coming in to see if they can take on Rock, Paper, Scissors. They're good at one game. Can they transition that capability to another? You know, it's kind of that kind of thing that you really see, you know, such a myriad of skill sets and different things that people can try, you know?
Definitely, you know. And we're seeing there's LK, I don't YOLO.
It's amazing. I mean, Spooky over Wooga. Spooky, another competitor that we saw quite proficient in the game yesterday. You have Jolington over Cat, Falcomane over Foof, Andy over Magipod, Chad over Gopkla. You know, the list goes on, and lots of familiar names too. We have people that we've seen time and time again. Burning Pyre, you know. AESA Vic making it past round one. Victor from the other co-founder of Alberta Esports Association here, making it past round one, which is rare. I think the trick hasn't quite caught on yet, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I know I do see a couple of reports here of some people having some glitches. So there's like the unfortunate thing with the large scale multiplayer, that everything scales up. So if there is kind of a glitch, there's a lot of different variables going on here with different browsers, different devices, different patch updates, all that type of stuff. So
absolutely, and that brings us down. That is the end of the first round. We are down to 172 players, and we've got a new set of opponents. Now, this is the kind of thing where now you've made it past round one. Again, you're in the top half. You're starting to think, oh, okay, now I might be into something here. I might actually have a shot. You know, I made it past round one. Rock, paper, scissors is pretty legit. All right.
that's
So
huge.
you start thinking, what should I do next? I mean, I had a you know, last ditch kind of like, I'll just throw rock round one and see what happens. You know, you had that, but now you're going, should I develop a strategy? And the best thing to help you develop a strategy, of course, is the stats. Now, as usual, it never seems to change. Paper, 39% win percentage. Paper, just the strong suit in these events. It seems like Paper, the meta of rock, paper, scissors these days. You know, between 80 ties, it's dwarfing the competition in use. Out of 1,237 throws, which is almost as many as we had total yesterday, we see Paper win count at 162 and 420 papers thrown.
And that paper tie count as well. It's like this was a lot bigger than it was, or a lot higher than it was yesterday.
Absolutely. I
after the
mean, we
first round.
ended with 101 paper ties at the end of last event, and we're already at 80 this time. Paper clearly seeing the favoritism here, and any rock mains would be scared, would be sweating, would be frightened. I wouldn't even want to be picking rock in this meta. I would be running to scissors immediately.
Yeah. I don't know what I would do. I'd probably stress out to still throw rock.
The best part is we have the data to find out. Let's watch what these competitors do. Lots of scissors. The first 3 rounds already. Scissors thrown in all of them. Scissors coming out like mad. People clearly seeing the data. All these rock mains jumping off ship as fast as they possibly can. I don't know how the paper mains will respond.
Enoch, though, getting into Vic's head there.
Yeah, Wheels took out Carl using paper, so clearly paper is still a viable option. Ganon, Uptilt, and Ruby using paper to tie, still holding strong to those strategies.
YOLO taking out Kleb, Wheels versus Carl, Jube versus DN, and Zane making it into the 3rd round as well.
They gotta hand it to Rock King. Rock King did take round 1 with Rock, staying true, not changing, not throwing away the main that they put all this time practicing. Once again, taking out P.E.K.K.A with Rock. I mean, clearly there's some meta around staying to the main that you've been practicing with this whole time.
Yeah, no, definitely. Jolo, also taking out another ASA. That ASA win streak, I don't know about that.
It's certainly non-existent, that's for sure. Though I do love seeing when people put their tags in there so we can know who they're representing. FGCC, Mike G winning a round, and of course I'm going to root for FGCC because I'm a big fan of the FGCC fighting game community of Calgary. If you don't know it, check them out. They're a wonderful community, very welcoming. Of course, Glass Eye Tiger making it through this round as well. Another one that made it pretty far yesterday. Paper Main made it pretty far. We've got a few different people making it through. Spaced Out Blonde doing well. Cat Jam, my favorite emote, doing good.
YZ taking out Slot Machine 777.
Ooh, and Neon Gold and Embers stuck face to face here. 1-1. Who's going to take it? Neon Gold did very well last time, breaking their streak of early losses. Let's see if they can do it again.
Let's see what's going to happen.
Ooh, a tie with scissors. I think this might be the last match of the round.
Ooh, down to the wire. Tied 1-1 right now. Oh, and they tie with another rock. Let's see. Ember.
I mean, at what point do you abandon your strategy after 5, 6, 7 ties? Neon Gold, rock over scissors. Again,
there it is.
Despite the stats, says, no, I'm going to stick to my strategy. Rock is the choice here.
Yeah. Stay true. Don't let the numbers throw you off.
Which brings us down to 86 players. 86 players. Again, you are now in the top 25%. My brain is it's too much for me. You're on the top 25% of this bracket already. And you're thinking to yourself, wow, I've already eliminated so many people into round 3. You know, this is the kind of bracket that scares you into playing the best you possibly can.
Yeah. I think, you know, the single elimination rate is so intimidating in a lot of these tournaments, and it's I don't know what to do. It throws me off for sure.
Absolutely. And now we're looking at 1,941 throws at this point, with 110 paper ties, a 37% paper win rate. It did go down. That did change a little bit. The data. Rock went up a little bit to 30.98% and scissors at 31.62. Paper is still a clear favorite despite the slight change.
You know, we were seeing a little bit of a trend yesterday where a paper tie to start off a match, right? To give it the old sportsmanship high five. So I wonder if anyone's going to try to do that today or not, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'll see. I mean, recreating what happened yesterday is an interesting thing to do, but remember, players take this data home and they think on it. They really sit on, what did I see yesterday? Who was playing what? You know, if I'm JoJo against Stir Fry Tie, I go, what did Stir Fry Tie play yesterday? I'm pretty sure it was scissors. So, you know, you see JoJo throwing the scissors thinking, okay, you know what? Got the right call. I've got the read. They haven't changed their strategy. I'm going to keep going. And we'll see if that plays off. It does not. Stir Fry Tie 1-0 over JoJo.
We have Verge taking out the end already. Wheels over YZ.
Kanakern over Timmy Turn. Stir Fry Tie takes out JoJo. That slight adaptation. And it worked out for them.
Oh, Neon Gold making it again into the next round.
Absolutely. Free ELO, another name that we're familiar with, taking out Jolington. We've got Rock King over Mandible. We've got Chad over Poggers. We've got Lemon Lau over Ooger Booger. AB versus BC there. We've got AESA Vic still in over hanging on against Big Ball. We've got Shatteroth eliminating Fortnite you know, the favorite game of the youth generation, Fortnite, out in round 3.
Unbelievable. It looks like we might have Alberta Makes Games here as well. I see an Alberta Ma there.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. Got Knuckle Joe over UMR.
Vic.
With his work club.
Vic, I'm pretty sure
round 4.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever made it past round 2.
That's definitely someone using his name. There's no way that Vic makes it to round 4 in a game this large. Absolutely, someone's spoofing the name there. I'm gonna wait to see the screenshot when AESA Vic wins, and it turns out to be you know, Down East or you know, Josh or somebody like that. I you know,
yeah,
no chance it's Victor. He never does this well.
Yeah, definitely hard to believe.
And we got Coffee and Spaced Out Blonde rounding out the round here. They're taking their time, playing the timer, really seeing what's left of this set here, squeezing out every detail of your opponent you possibly can. And Coffee eliminates Spaced Out Blonde. Another AESA member down.
Yeah, taken down, fractured, just taken out by Tasty Lunch.
And that does bring us down to top 43 now. Top 43. Which we'll take one quick new visit to the stats where we're looking at 2,322 hands thrown. Incredible. 127 paper ties. Paper still holding strong at 37.04%, but they distributed just a little bit differently to 31 and 31 for scissors and rock. Incredible stuff. This game is staying fairly even this late into the game.
Yeah, those rock win, paper win, scissor win, creating a nice little bell curve there.
Yeah, and people outing their strategies in chat here. I see someone saying they won the first round by playing paper 5 times in a row, and I mean, clearly the stats don't lie. That's a working strategy, but I don't know if I'd want to put my name to it to tell people what I'm going to do. You know, I'd be a little bit careful. Keep that strategy dear. This is still a developing meta. Despite paper being the leader now, you never know what might happen in rounds 4 or 5 or 6.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Let's take a look.
Round 4. We're getting there.
Just pushing onwards. Neon Gold, early win over Knuckle Joe. We've got TW Doc, early win over Big Heck. Lots of ties on the board here. Daxelfrax over Corv. That's a team kill there. Got Alberta Makes Games over Royale. Canacurn over Chad. TW Doc over Big Heck takes them out. Knuckle Joe over Neon Gold. That was a quick reversal, actually.
That was. Yeah.
Urge over Lemon Lau.
The matches with no ties, those are kind of the amazing matches to watch there. It's just someone, they're nonstop. Don't run any timer, just pick and go.
Well, and that's the thing. Your play style really defines how the match goes. Some players like to think and take that time and really analyze their opponents, whereas others are going to go for that rushdown strategy, preventing you from even taking the time to think about your options. You know, really making sure. And Coffee taking out AESA Vic. Coffee really eliminating the Alberta Esports teams. Absolute genius when it comes to rock, paper, scissors. Coffee certainly deserves the win there.
We got Stir Fry there in Paper Main. They have to take a game. Oh, Paper Main just took the first game.
With scissors too, Paper Main. See, that's the strategy. Again, sometimes you shake up your opponent a little bit by giving them a different idea of what you might be doing. That's the mind game. So it's, you know, Glass Eye Tiger over Dog Jam. I don't know if there is a Dog Jam emote, but if there is, I would love to see it. I'd love to see it make it happen. MT over Ace. Dog Jam does take out Glass Eye Tiger, unfortunately.
Oh, Coffee, the AESA Vic.
Yeah, it's, you know, we're seeing a lot of our top competitors out early on in this bracket. Clearly, this larger bracket, a higher pressure zone than yesterday's. Some of our top competitors cracking in round 4.
Wow. Yeah, we did see that Paper Main Stir Fry did take it. They were running the timers pretty long there.
Yeah. I mean, Ace and MT still running that clock. You know, really using every second they can, juicing out every bit they have.
Ace is one too that we haven't seen make it to far rounds.
Yeah, Ace. Oh, and Ace making it to round 5 over MT.
There we go.
That's props to Ace. I mean, if Ace could very well be one of our very own AESA members. It's hard to say. There's a lot of aces out there.
Almost thought I cast or cursed that, but
almost. I mean, RPS is a game that is all too familiar with caster cursing for sure. Yeah, we're up to round 5, 22 players remaining. You know, we're really seeing a developing strategy here. And I'll take a quick peek at the stats. You know, it doesn't change too much in the later rounds, but we are seeing Scissors taking a percentage point away from Paper. So Scissors clearly getting picked a little bit more and proving value. It's winning.
You know, once there was 348 competitors, and now there are only 22.
22. At this point, I mean, you're in round 5. There's 22 people, 11 matches to go. You got to think about it for a moment. You're sitting here thinking, man, what would I do if I had a new iPhone 12? Oh, my computer storage is really backing up. Honestly, I'm having troubles. You know, I want to run Mass Effect Legendary. I got a code from the stream because I was watching during the panels, and I got one rewarded to me. Like, I just can't install it. It's a massive game. I need some space. Winning that hard drive at this point, like Coffee's probably thinking, oh, I could really use that right now. And maybe that's going to affect the way they play. They're going to maybe stress out and rush into it a little bit. And let's see how they do.
Right on, round 5. Here we go. So what's going on? Oh, first hand thrown. Kanakrin.
Kanakern over TW Doc, Shatteroth over Doggem, Verge over Daxelfrax, Feedy over Prince David. We've got Paperman over Spider Gem, Zalur over Mad Bro. Zalur first one, or Zalur and Feedy actually the first 2 to win out in round 5. Early win, Shatteroth over Doggem, Daxelfrax, Andy over Knuckle Joe.
Paperman
Incredible.
over Spider Gem.
And really, these people, like some of these are new competitors that we have not seen before. And there's no read. You go back and you check the data, you check the books. You know, you've seen Zalur play, you've seen Shatteroth play, you've seen Daxelfrax play. But what does Me First do? You know, I don't have the data on Royal. I don't have the data on Me Not. What do you do? This is the kind of thing that you have to dig deep and think about the history. You know, what does rock, paper, scissors look like at a fundamental level? Really break down. It's not about your opponent. It's about playing the best possible way you can play. Get that self-improvement. Make yourself the best rock, paper, scissors player in the world. And it won't matter who your opponent is. You'll just beat them on pure principle alone.
Yeah. Now, do you think these players are changing their name each time they come into these tournaments?
Now, certainly that's a strategy. Disguise yourself, you know, put the shroud over your head. Now, at the end of the day, if you do win, the shroud does get pulled off. It does get revealed when we find out who is the one. But certainly that is a strategy you might hold on to. Now, is that something that you might consider in future iterations, building an account system to prevent that kind of thing? Or would you say that's more of an honest play?
You know, no, we're definitely actually looking at an account system itself. So, you know, the bragging rights and trying to figure out which tournaments you've won, which tournaments you've participated in, that's all type stuff that we want to kind of put in there so that you can kind of show off to your friends and family and Twitter feeds.
Absolutely, and I think that that's something that you definitely want to you share around and tell everyone about. I mean, that using Twitter, using social media to really at Esports Alberta and get yourself that retweet for winning the bracket. I mean, someone like Prince Dave getting that Twitch clip of me saying their name wrong might be a historical moment. They can catch me on Twitch live fails another time. Again, looking at the stats, not a whole lot of change. Paper slowly crawling down and Scissors slowly crawling up. Rock staying at a steady bottom of the meta.
Yeah.
Now, we're seeing a unique thing this round. It's happened to a couple of rounds, but we did not bring it up. We have a bot this round because there's an uneven number, 11 players in round 6. So this bot is not an actual player, is an AI, an artificial intelligence playing against Me First. Do you have any strategies for that?
I do not. No.
It is a perfectly programmed bot that will read every strategy that you possibly have built. Me First. I apologize. It's going to read what you choose and choose the opposite option immediately after you. It's just like a real life player watching for your hand to change. You know, that kid in grade school who threw his hand a little slow intentionally so he could try to change it. You can see it's clearly Rock and he switches it to paper right as it gets to the bottom. I apologize, but we did try to recreate reality as close as possible. This bot is smashingly good. You're going to have to bring out everything you have to take it on.
Yeah, these are one of the things that, like, when you look back as a developer and when you're trying to make the AI for these things, right? Like, it's either you go the direction of writing something that you don't want to play against or that you do want to play against. So, we'll have to see which direction it kind of went here.
The wonderful thing about being the dev is you get to make those kinds of choices. And Me First actually taking the round off the bot. Me First doing an incredible play, maybe showing that they should be taking this whole thing down.
Yeah, the Me First just tying it up with early first win, but now tying against that bot.
Yeah. Oh, when Me First takes it down, Me First easy clean up.
There we go.
Not even afraid, not even shook.
Right into it. Yeah.
Got Zalur over Xander. And everyone else, we got Shadowroth over Royale with paper over rock. Coffee over Feedy also with paper over rock. Paper still clearly the meta pick.
Unbelievable.
Daxelfrax, paper over rock. Is it going to be anything else with Andy and Paper main? I think it's going to clearly be paper. Picking rock in this meta is a terrible choice. It's lost every single round.
Unbelievable. Edge of my seat here watching. Paper main and Andy, yeah, that's rock.
Oh, Paper main. Paper main, you should have lived up to your name. We saw it time and time again. Paper was the right choice every time.
Yeah, those are the choices that haunt you, right?
Absolutely. Going down round 6, like, oh, I threw scissors. Why didn't I throw paper? You know, you're gonna live up to that for the rest of your life. You're gonna be known as Paper main who threw scissors. You're gonna be that one, you know.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So,
which does bring us down to 6 players left, which leads to a funny, interesting moment shortly. But at 6 players left, I mean, it's a good opportunity to talk about, you know, what rock paper scissors really means. You know, bring out the history, because as they're thinking about it, as they're trying to decide what they would choose, they're darn close at this point. You know, you think back, well, in the 2006 American Federal Court case. And with it was preceded by Gregory Presnell of the Middle District of Florida. They had a Gordian knot being indisputable argument that you can't untangle. You know, a decision is not possible to be made with the data you have at hand. So in this court case, the ruling of Avista Management versus Wasau Underwriters stated that they would actually meet on Friday, June 30th, 2006 and play a game of rock, paper, scissors to be witnessed by the federal court in order to resolve their dispute. And whoever were to win would be the one who took, you know, kind of won the case and got to proceed as in their business here. And I believe that the actual winner of that case was Wasau Underwriters with paper over rock. And at that time, it's really a good moment to decide, you know, am I going to look back at that 2006 case and think, you know, Zalor really is the Wasau Underwriters over coffee. And that Zalor is going to be thinking paper, because Zalor is familiar with the 2006 case. But let's see what they do here.
That's interesting. That's sad. You know, it's the purest form of decision making as well, right? Like this.
If it can be used by the courts, it can be used by esports. You know, I've been saying that for years. You've heard me say it before. It's not a joke. It's something I've tweeted it out. Go find it. I'm very loyal to that statement.
Brad never spreads anything here, so definitely everyone.
Look, if you think I'm a liar, go check the data. Go check the feeds. If you don't know enough about RPS, then that's why you're not here. That's why Zalur and Coffee are here. That's why Shadowroth and Daxelfrax are here. And Me First and Andy, they did the research. They know rock, paper, scissors. If you didn't look it up, I don't know. I don't know. Like, what do you? That's why you're in the graveyard. Coffee over Zalur. See, Coffee saw Zalur knew the court case. Coffee went easy. They're gonna go paper. Paper is strong in 2006. Paper is strong now. That's why I use scissors to counteract it.
Yeah. And a 2-0 win as well. Like that's
clearly they did their research.
Yeah, definitely. But Shadowroth and Daxelfrax taking this
2 Smash players fighting for the spot in top 3. We've got Andy and Me first. Daxelfrax taking out Shadowroth.
Here we go. Oh, and Andy taking a 2-0. Like, getting into round 7 here and getting 2-0 wins. That's just showing you're a league above.
And now something interesting happens here. Now we have a showdown. There's 3 players left. A 3-way tie is a very strange thing to resolve. And frankly, how do you put yourself in a 3-way rock, paper, scissors? Well, we've done this in person. I've explained it a few times, but I'll go through it again here. When there are 3 players left, they all play in one single round. And what that means is that they have to win completely over the third person. So for example, if Andy and Coffee played paper and Daxelfrax played scissors, nobody would win because there isn't a complete victory. Despite Daxelfrax winning, you can't cut 2 papers with 1 scissors. Likewise, if Coffee and Daxelfrax went rock and Andy went paper, same resolution. It would have to be 2 rocks over 1 scissors, 2 papers over 1 rock, or 2 scissors over 1 paper, which will allow them to win the round. Now, this is where you're trying to mind meld with your opponent, really match up with what's going on. And you know what? These competitors in a 348-person bracket have really pushed this game to the limit. So I'm going to do something a little special, a little awesome. I did say that the top 2 competitors would be winning here. The top 2 would get the first pick of their prizes, and second place would get the second pick of the prizes. But we've seen a top 3 both days. We've seen 348 competitors. I think we can give away all 3. I really do. We'll give first pick to first place, second pick to second place, and third place will take home what's left. So congratulations to Andy, Coffee, and Daxelfrax. You all win a prize. You've already made it. You're there.
Wow. Right on.
Incredible.
That's super exciting. Yeah. Congratulations to the 3 of you, for sure.
But it's not over yet.
Mm.
You want to have that pick. You want the one you want. You want that highest value. You got to make sure you get the best possible thing.
Right on.
So let's look at round 8 here. And you know what? We'll do it for yesterday too. We had three ways both times, so we'll give it away. Why not? Congratulations. And let's see, they've started the round, so we've got Coffee, Daxelfrax, and Andy thinking about their options here.
Yeah, that whole, like, what you brought up there with the mind meld, right? You're trying to match up with someone, right? Which is complete opposite from standard rock, paper, scissors, right? So
yeah, it really is. You want to be, and you get stuck in a situation where you might want to be the paper, and you know paper's going to be the right choice. They're both picking rock, but you need them to switch to your side. You know, you could be the single one out. Now they're not making picks. I wonder why Andy, Coffee, and Daxelfrax. We're going to need something from them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Oh,
they took their time. They waited.
Throw.
They thought it out. Coffee eliminated just like that.
And there we go. 2 rock over a single scissors.
Now, Coffee, please make sure you screenshot here if you can. Make sure you get in touch with us either through Twitter at Esports Alberta or directly through myself on Discord if you know. Feel free to reach out to us. We'll get in touch with you. But that leaves Andy and Daxelfrax for a best of 5 finals.
There we go. Best of 3 to best of 5. Quite a bit of a difference there.
Well, and best of 1 in the 3-way round.
Mm-hmm.
Decided just like that. Now you leave yourself every moment to think of what you're going to do here. You try to predict, who am I going to see in finals? Is it Naotis? Is it Kyo Kitten? Is it Paper? Is it Crisis Pizza? No, it's Andy. And do you think Daxelfrax has really been preparing for this moment? Well, we're going to find out. With round 9, 2 remain of 348 competitors. Daxelfrax and Andy in the finals. Who's going to take it?
Here we go.
Now
so excited.
We're learning that Andy and Daxelfrax are slower players. Andy, scissors over paper early on. Been watching the whole time.
That paper getting into Daxelfrax's head there.
You know, sometimes you subscribe too much to the meta. You read the forums, you say, oh man, clearly Paper's the best character. I'm really just not into it. But you see Paper still taking rounds against Rock. It's written. You know, it's written on paper. They know it. It's there. They've been seeing it time and time again.
It's still working, right? Like in your head, right? That Paper is going to be beat by Scissors, but Scissors is going to be beat by Rock. So throw Rock.
and Paper beats Rock once again. Andy getting stuck in that realm of Rock, you know. And Daxelfrax on match point. Daxelfrax might be taking this home for Southern Alberta again. Edmonton Direct in shambles. Andy taking one off Daxelfrax. Match point, both sides. Who's going to take it?
Game 5. What's going to happen?
Edmonton Direct, day 2, ties. 348 competitors. Daxelfrax, Andy in the finals. One more throw is all it takes.
What's going to happen?
Andy!
Oh,
a comeback over Daxelfrax. Andy takes it 3-2.
Oh my god, and it was a Paper win over Rock.
Paper. Name of this event, Paper. Clearly, taking a look at the stats, Paper 36.93% win rate. Again and again, 818 paper throws, 144 paper ties, 2,691 hands thrown. Andy comes out your winner. Congratulations, Andy. Congratulations on second place, Daxelfrax, and a well run third. It's been amazing. What a great run.
Oh, no kidding. Unbelievable to see. Super, super excited. Congratulations, Andy, Daxelfrax, and Coffee, for sure.
Absolutely. All 3 of them certainly deserve it. They were there for a reason. Make sure you get that screenshot, Daxelfrax and Andy. I want to see you in there. and get in touch with us either at Esports Alberta on Twitter or directly DM me on Discord if you know. Yeah, what an amazing run. Again, huge thanks to TELUS and Seagate for providing prizing for the event. And huge thanks to you, Scott, for making this all possible.
Oh, right on. Well, thank you so much for everyone playing this and everyone enjoying this and having fun. It's a blast to see, a blast to play. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is the kind of thing that goes down in history. You know, you're going to tweet about it, you're going to remind everybody, and get yourself really get your title. You know, get that champion's belt on your handle, whatever you need to do. And I gotta say, you know, Andy, it was certainly worth stopping the stream. You know, certainly worth it. But you know, I guess we're going to look forward to the rest of Edmonton Direct. We are ending a little bit early, so there's going to be a small break, but we're going to go right into Tekken 7 grand finals, or top 3, I should say, the finals of Tekken 7. And I look forward to seeing you all there. Enjoy the rest of the event, everyone.